TGIF. How are you doing? Good morning. Welcome to the daily voiceover huddle. My name is Bill DeWeese. We get together every weekday morning at this time to talk voiceover, just to share thought, something to help you get through the voiceover day, to take you further down the road towards voiceover success. That's what this get together is all about. And if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe and share this with your friends. Let them know there's a good place to gather every day. And by the way, this is just the beginning. This is just dipping your toe in the pond, this little get together here, because once we're done here, we move the entire party over to our free voiceover community, which is growing daily. It's expanded globally. It's a bunch of great folk, new in voiceover, experienced in voiceover, who share and support each other through the voiceover journey. And I've got a link below in the description. I encourage you to join the group today. Again, it costs you nothing. And also this morning, I almost forgot, but it was our tradition, for so many years on the Morning Huddle to do a Friday Q&A. So I'm going to continue that tradition, and I'll just take a couple of questions. And I can't, do the full expanded version that we do within our community, which I do every Wednesday morning. If that's where we take an hour and we just sit and we just talk voiceover for like an hour. But if you've got a question, you want to throw it into the chat, I'll get to as many as I can this morning. And while you're doing that, and I'll acknowledge you guys too, because I appreciate you being here, I wanted to ask you a really important question, and that is this. What did you do this week to move your voiceover business forward? Friday is a good day to take some inventory. What did you do? What did you intend to do? And if you had an intention, did you follow up on it? And if not, why? I mean, sometimes life happens, stuff happens, and you certainly don't want to beat yourself up over it. But what you do want to do is have an intention for the week, the things that you plan to do that will take you closer to your voiceover goal. And then at the end of the week, go back and take a look, reflect on that. Look, what were your numbers? What was your success rate? What worked? What didn't? Are you evaluating your process? If you're not, you're missing out a big chunk of the success formula. And really that's what I'm all about. That's what this community is all about. That's what VO Flow is all about. It's about connecting the dots to take you in a straight line from where you're at to where you want to go. But it does begin with knowing where you want to go. And so take a few moments today before the weekend gets into full swing and you get busy to just make a couple of notes. Just think of 1, 2, no more than 3 things that you want that would do more than anything else to move you further down the voiceover road next week. Think of the 1, 2, maybe on the outside 3. If you get to more than 3, then it can to be a bit overwhelming. And then if you miss something, you get frustrated. But pick 1 or 2 really big, the things that would more than anything else. And these might be the things you're most afraid to do. Maybe it's picking up a telephone, for instance. It could be any number of things. But write it down and put it in your studio or in your office or have it in front of you so that when you start your work week next week, you've got your marching orders. You know where you want to go. And the next Friday, you review that and see what you did, what happened well, what didn't happen well, what you need to continue doing, what you need to stop doing. All of that fun stuff. So that's my bit of advice for you this morning. Let's check in, and see who's in the chat. We've got John in Denver. What's up? Hey, Joe. Good to see you in the UK, as always. How many auditions do I record a day? Joe asks. Saw a guy on YouTube claiming to do at least 60 a day. Cheers. First of all, anybody that can do more than 20 auditions a day, you've got my respect. I would really question as to whether, if you're doing 6, it's such a mental and physical. It requires a lot from you. Those of you who have done this, you know that doing a good audition requires a lot mentally, emotionally, and can even affect you physically. I would keep a close eye on how effective I am if I were doing that many, because who's doing this and they may be nailing it, so, you want to talk to them about it. I'm just talking about from my perspective would be that I think after, if I did 20 a day, which I don't, by the way, that would be a lot. That would be a lot. And I would be afraid that after that, my energy would start, and my focus, and it would make it very difficult to do competitive auditions at that point. When I first started, I was doing 20 or 30 auditions a day because I really wanted to fill the sales funnel that I talk about so much, fill the top so that a few jobs would start to drop out the bottom. Um, Today, I do maybe 1 or 2 auditions a day, and I don't do pay-to-play auditions. I'm no longer on voices.com and Voice123. The algorithms just keep changing, and I'm just tired of trying to keep up. So what I do is now I audition. I'm on a number of talent rosters. I've got an agent or 2, yeah, 1 agent I'm working with on a regular basis right now, and the others I've just kind of let go by the wayside. I'm really trying to focus my efforts these days on what's getting me the best result. And I've done it long enough and I've had enough marketing channels. At some point you have to start to weed out the stuff that's just not producing for you. So I will read for current clients, for prospective clients, for again, my agent, or for talent rosters that I'm on. So usually it's not more than a couple a day. Dennis, good morning. Good to see you. GS in Longview. Always good to see you there. Hey, Corey, what's up in Whitehall, Wisconsin? Sheila, happy Friday to you from Chicago. Hey, Becky. Happy Friday, friends, from here in snowy Michigan. And let's see here. We've got Sandra, says Bill, yay, welcome back. Good morning from Dallas, Fort Worth. Sandra, it's good to see you again. Yeah, it's good to be here. By the way, Sandra, are you in our community yet? I'm having a hard time keeping up with who is in. If you're not, make sure you get signed up. I've got a link below in the description. Remember, guys, it doesn't cost you anything. We just want a community of people who are good folks who want to learn and grow and be successful and to help others along the way. Hey, Ron, good to see you. Hello from our side of the pond, meaning Grand Haven, Michigan. And Ron had a question yesterday. I saw it later after the huddle, and I appreciate it, Ron. The question was, how much do I record when I'm doing like when a client sends me a script and I'm giving them like a sample read or a test to read, how long do I do? Well, it depends on what it is. If it's a commercial, I'll record the entire thing. If it's something that's longer than, a couple of minutes long, I'll maybe record 60 seconds or so. I never not record because I'm afraid they're going to steal my work. That thought never crosses my mind, because if you get caught up in that thinking and you're always playing defense instead of offense, it will keep you from succeeding at the level that you could. I'm always playing offense. If somebody wants to rip me off, that's on them. I can't stop that. And I'm sure it's happened at some point in my career. I couldn't point to a certain instance to say that it has. I don't know that it has, but I guess it could have. But what I want to do is make sure that I give them enough to make sure that they know that I'm the guy. So if it's commercial, again, I'll record the whole thing. Otherwise, maybe a minute or so. Jason, good morning from Kearney, Nebraska. Nice to join the huddle. Yeah, Jason, good to have you here. Yeah, Becky says audition, audition, audition. Sheila says I did some prospecting for new leads for my direct marketing. Yeah, Sheila, way to go. In the VO flow, when they're in our VO, when you get a chance, and when you come to the community, you'll have a chance to learn more about, if you're interested in learning about the software platform, the VO Flow platform, which is amazing. The marketing module in it is pretty exciting. And those of you who are using it know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, let's see here. Mandolin, good morning from Heber City, Utah. I'm starting direct marketing soon, but don't have a real website for sending demos. How would you suggest that? Google Drive shareable folder? Mandolin, I would recommend not direct marketing until you have a website, because you really need a place you're trying to prove your credibility at that point. And it's hard to prove your credibility unless you've got a really good website with really good demos on it. And I don't know anything about your demos. They may be super fantastic. But without a website, I'm not saying you couldn't do it. And, I would make them as, if you're going to go ahead and do it without a website, just make sure you've got clickable links that would send them. I don't know that I would do Google Drive, but maybe a SoundCloud. Don't make them click and then click when they get there you want to make sure it's as easy to get to as possible. Although Google Drive, I mean, it's fine, but a website would be really, really helpful to you if you're doing direct marketing. GS did as many auditions as I could find and sent many direct emails. That's fantastic. For our trotters, good morning to you. Amisha, what's up in Columbia, South Carolina? This week I brainstormed what I need to do to update my demos. Speaking of demos, how many different types of demos would you recommend having? Well, you need at least a commercial demo. That's the main thing. I do 75, 80% of my work is narration, a lot of corporate, some documentary and e-learning, all that kind of stuff. But I book almost 100% off of my commercial demo. You can build a career around a commercial demo, regardless of what kind of stuff you want to record. But that's primary. Secondary after that would be a narration demo. And then after that is really, if you want to record audiobooks, you need an audiobook demo. But you can book pretty much every other kind of work out there just through your commercial and narration demo. At least that's been my experience over the past 20 years. Sandra says, yes, I'm signed up for VioFlow now. Very excited. Yeah, there's never been a tool like this in VoiceOver, and I'm willing to bet there never will be another tool like this. And that's all I'm going to say. If you want to learn more, you can come into our community and you'll have access to not all the people and all the cool stuff, but all that kind of information as well. Misha says, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, Amisha. Hey, guys, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Don't forget, just take a moment to evaluate this past week. What did you do? What did you set out to do? Did you do it? What was your result? Take that into consideration and come up with a new list. When I say list, I'm talking about one, no more than 3 primary objectives for next week that will do the most to move you down the road to where you want to go in VoiceOver. All right. It will make a huge difference. Great talking with you guys. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk. I'll see you on Monday morning.